Hello everyone, this is the BoardGameSwede, and today we're playing Eldritch Horror against Abhoth, and this is turn 2. So, everything didn't turn out as planned last turn, but we will have another go at it this time. I think we'll keep Dexter Drake as our first player, why not? It's not really that big of a deal right now, I don't think. And there's a die for some reason. So Dexter, he will start by resting again, because I want to get rid of his despair condition. So let's see what it does. You cannot recover sanity, flip this card. Accursed memories. Nothing but blasphemous memories fills your mind, driving you to madness and despair. Surely beating the memories from your skull is the only release. Test strength. Okay. His strength is 2. So we'll just roll it here. And we got a success. Thank you. So what happens here? If you pass, discard this card. I'll gladly do that. And then for his second action, he is going to grab a focus. And that's all of Dexter's turn. Then we have Bob in London, and I think he's just going to grab a boat ticket and use it right away to move from London and onwards to Space 10, where Mcglinn is. I think they're both gonna try to get rid of the cultist and try to solve that special encounter together. And then we have Joe up in Chicago or something like that. He is going to... He's also going to grab a focus. And then he is going to move up to Space 4 in Canada and try to get rid of that cultist and try to solve that mystery as well. And finally we have Mcglinn, and as I said, I think he will just stay there. He will grab a focus and he will rest to try to get rid of his deceased condition. So we roll a die. On a 5 or 6 we get rid of it. So let's just keep this here. We'll see what happens. And we got a 3, so no good. He is still deceased. And that's it for the actions. Let's go right into the encounter phase, where we have Dexter up on Space 19. He will have a research encounter, the first one of the game. And he's on a wilderness space. So let's see what happens here. The spirit of a warlock slain by Yeb offers to grant you an otherworldly vision if you can withstand him entering your mind. Test observe or will -1. His will is 3. He will roll 2 dice. Let's just keep it here. And 2 successes. Great. So, if you pass, gain this clue and improve observation, which are both really good things that I really enjoy doing. So we will get this clue and we will try to find an observation improvement token. here somewhere. Here we go, so his observation is now 3. And we got that clue. Sadly, we can't encounter the Eldritch token, but we're ready for next turn at least. Then we have Bob, who's going to have a Shallow Abhoth encounter because of the cultist. The pale knee-high abomination flails before you, grasping limbs, swiping at your feet, trying desperately to catch you off guard. You have seen many unusual creatures as of late, but this one seems particularly peculiar. You muster your daring and lash out at the strange creature. Test strength -1. So his strength is 3, so he rolled 2 blessed dice, since he's still blessed. And we still failed. I will not use a clue because in case we need more. So sadly we'll have to do the fail effect. The creature squirms away from you, tripping you with its bony arms. Lose 1 health. Okay. Here's a health. Determined to end the fight, you improvise an arcane ritual. You may discard 1 spell to cause this monster to lose 3 health. Well, sadly we don't have a spell with him, so nothing happens and he can't do another encounter. So it's up to Michael Mcglinn to finish it off, which I really hope he can do. But first it's Joe Diamond, and he's gonna have himself a Spawn of Abhoth encounter himself. So here we go. A malformed beast stares at you as it dissects its most recent victim. Grey ooze dripping from its numerous pores. Within its transparent digestive system you can see the remains of many large game animals, and the sight sickens you. Test will. His will is 2, but he has the forbidden text, so it's actually 3. And this time we have a focus to spend if we need to. And it looks like we need to. So he's gonna spend his focus to re-roll 1 die. And we still fail. Great. Unable to withstand the wretched sight, your stomach turns. Lose 1 sanity. He loses 1 sanity. You search for a way to distract the beast and attack. You may discard 1 trinket possession. If you discard the possession, this monster loses 3 health. And he doesn't have a trinket, so nothing happens. This is all around terrible. Well, that's to be expected from this game, I guess. And after him we have Michael Mcglinn, and he's also going to have the Spawn of Abhoth encounter. See what happens to him. An acrid stench permeates the air as the slithering spawn regards you with 16 dark red eyes, blinking in unison. You realize that the eyes are having a sporific effect on you. You try to resist the urge to drift into a peaceful slumber. Test will. And his will is impaired, so we only have 2 dice. So let's see. Hey, we succeed. A good start. You shake off the drowsiness and begin circling the beast, searching for an opportunity to advance. Test observation. And his observation is only 1. So we don't have any high hopes, but he still has a focus if we need to use it. And he failed, so we will use the focus. There we go, and roll another die. We still fail. That's awful. So, what happens? If you fail, you begin to tire after a lengthy battle of attrition. Lose 1 health, and this monster loses 1 health. Wait, that's actually pretty good, because that means he loses a health, but so does the monster, and the monster only had 1 health left. So it is defeated. It's gone. I'm totally okay with that trade. So he can spend 1 clue to have himself a special encounter, so he will spend his clue. And see if we can make progress. Deep caverns. You find the corpse of an abominable creature deep within the recesses of the cavern. Its body is covered in rips and tears, and tears, not tears. Well, whatever. But you think you could learn much from it. Resolve the pass effect to search for the beast that killed it, or resolve the fail effect to spend some time studying the corpse. Well, it sounds bad either way. Let's just do the first thing. You follow a trail of blood from the creature's final resting spot to a wide cavern filled with stalagmites. A vile, amorphous beast wanders amidst the rocky pillars, searching for food. You attempt to get the jump on it, strength -1. His strength is 4, so we will use 3 dice. See if we can make this. Why? When it matters, we don't succeed. Okay. If you fail, you nearly become its next meal, lose 2 health. Great. So we spent a clue needlessly, and it got away. Not good, not good at all. So that's all of the encounters. And we'll move into the Mythos Face. See what happens here. It's yellow, and it has tentacles. Oops, sorry about that. So first off, we have Omen movement. So the Omen moves to the blue space, and we have no blue gates, so that's okay. We have reckoning effects. So first we have monsters. We only have the flying polyp, and it moves to a space containing a gate, so nothing happens there. Then we have the ancient one. Let's read what it says. On a reckoning, the lead investigator spawns 1 cultist monster on a wilderness space that does not contain a cultist monster. Then if there are 6 or more cultist monsters on the game board, advance doom by 1. Okay, so right now we have 2 cultists on the game board, so spawning another one doesn't advance doom, at least. We will have it spawn on, well, the Heart of Africa, why not? And then we have the Mythos cards in play, so we will discard 1 from the Out of the Aeons. So now we only have 3 Eldritch tokens left on that one. And then we have our conditions. Let's just move down a bit so you can see here. So Dexter doesn't have anything, and the other 3 have something. So we first have Bob. He rolls for his blessing. We rolled a 2, of course, so we lose the blessing. Sadly. And then we have Joe Diamond. He tests strength -1, and his strength is 2, so that means 1 die. Not good odds here either. Well, at least we succeeded there. And then the same thing happens to Michael Mcglinn, since he is also deceased, but his strength is at least 4, so he will roll 3 dice. And we also succeeded there, so nothing else happens. So we move on to the next effect. And it's spawn a gate. Here we have the top one, and it's in the Amazon. And when you spawn a gate, you spawn a monster. So let's see what horribleness spawns there. A Gug. It's also a really tough monster. Well, it's pretty tough. You saw what happened. Annoying little thing, or big thing rather. And then we have the actual card itself. So let's see here. These ancient constructions were more than just places of worship and repositories of knowledge. They were physical bulwarks against those creatures of nightmare that come from beyond. You can see brick by brick those walls are coming down. Overwhelming swarm. Spawn 1 monster on each space containing a gate. 1 monster on the active expedition space and 1 monster on the mystic ruin space. Then each investigator encounters each monster on his space in the order of his choice. Okay. So we will have 1 monster in San Francisco, 1 in the Amazon, and 1 in Buenos Aires. So let's start with San Francisco. We get a vampire, which is also really bad. If you fail the will test, don't resolve the strength test, and the strength test is -2. And if you would lose health and the monster is not defeated, it recovers 2 health. So yeah, not good. So next, the Amazon. We have a Proto-Shoggoth with the Reckoning effect. It's pretty strong, and on Reckoning, move this monster 1 space toward the nearest investigator, then an investigator on this space immediately encounters this monster. So someone will probably have to deal with that soon, whether we want to or not. And then finally 1 in Buenos Aires. And we have a Dimensional Shambler. If you fail the observation test, gain a lost in time and space condition. I think it could be worse, but still, lost in time and space is never good. And now there are more monsters on the board, and most of them are terrible. Ugh. Well, that's it for turn 2. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a good one!